Hey everybody, Fetty here. Hey, I got something I'm kind of excited about I wanted to share with you. Have you ever had those times when you think to yourself, man, I really wish I had a light switch right here? The house is already built, the wiring's already done, the drywall's already up, and you want your light switch right here. There's not going to be any easy way to get that light switch from here to there or to turn this into a three-way switch. It's just nothing going to be easy about it. You're going to tear out some drywall and drill some holes and pull some wire and make a mess and spend some money to do it. That's what happened to me with this room. I'd always planned that this room was going to be a small little bathroom and I'd have a corner shower right here. And because the corner shower was going to go right here, I was going to have a door that would open this way. And because the door opened this way, I wired a switch on this side of the door. Well, through the process, I decided that a better use of this space would be to make it into a laundry room for my washer and dryer. I still had a toilet and a sink, but the washer and dryer seemed to be more important to have in here. Well, the problem with that is with the washer and dryer, the way it is there, opening the door this way will interfere with the doors on the washer and dryer. What do I do now? The only choice I have is to put the door on this side. Which that's fine. Now the door's on this side. I've got plenty of room. I can stand out here and, outside the door and deal with my laundry and load it up and all that kind of stuff. And it works out great that way. But the problem is to get to the light switch, you got to walk in and kind of wiggle around the washer and dryer and move your way around the door and get to the light switch that's behind the door. And that's just not a good layout. And it wasn't going to work for me. So I've been kind of putting it off. And I knew that I had to get a switch on this side. And I was about this close to just tearing into it and ripping out drywall and doing it the old-fashioned way, doing it the hard way. And I thought, well, I'm going to look around and see if anybody's got any ideas on how to do this. And what I found is you can these days buy switches that will wirelessly, remotely turn a light on and off. And I didn't even know such things existed, but they do. And what I found was a lot of different products. And I found a lot of marginal reviews. I found some that people were saying that they didn't work good if you had your circuit was wired in a series, it wouldn't work good, or if you were using an LED light, it'd get hinky. So I found some things out there that bothered me a little bit, but I finally came up on a product made by a company called Skylink, and the product is Skylinkhome SK-8, and I'll put a link in the description box so you can click on it and go read more about it. But anyway, I bought this product. It was $42. I bought it on Amazon one day, had it the next day or a couple of days later. And I get it and I start studying on it. And it's a really cool product. The way it works is you have a module, and this module goes in your switch box. And that module, I guess, is just kind of like a garage door opener. It just sits there all the time waiting for a signal to come from this switch to tell it to turn the light on and off. It's real easy to wire up. If you want to equate it to something, it's about like wiring up a light fixture or a ceiling fan or something. This module has two leads that come off of it, and those leads are for your hot wires. And all you do is twist the leads around your hots, and that's it. Since it's a switch, your neutrals are already tied together, your white wires, so you don't need to worry about those. It's just the leads for your hots. And the only other thing on it is it has an antenna. It's like a flexible antenna. It's a little wire about this long. And you have to run that antenna down into your wall. And the way you do that is just punch out one of the tabs in the back of your box, or you could drill a hole or whatever, pick your poison. But I just punched a tab out in the back of my switch box, and you just feed that wire down into the wall. After that, it's just a matter of mounting, programming, and then mounting this wall switch. Now this switch doesn't recess back into the wall. It's flat. It just mounts on the wall. It has a little watch battery in it, so I guess you'll have to change that every couple of years. But you program it. The directions are real easy. You just program it so that the two units talk to each other, and you mount this to the wall. And what you end up with is a light switch that works every time. I've had no trouble with this thing. you may wonder how far away it'll, read or, communicate. When I was playing with this thing, I took it plumb over to the other end of the shop. It's probably 35 feet away, and, switched it on and off, and it worked every time. So I know that paying 42 or 43 bucks for a light switch is, it's a pretty expensive light switch. But if you think about what you'd have involved in moving that wire from right here to right there, in terms of time and money and aggravation and mess, it's $42 well spent in my book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera around, and I'm going to pull this switch out, this module, so you can kind of see how that looks and how it's wired up. And then I'll take this off the wall so you can see how that is. But overall, I think this is a good product, and it's really serving my needs well, and it's saving me a lot of aggravation from having to do it the hard way. So this is the wall switch. This is just how it comes right out of the kit. And you can see there's a button, and that button turns the light on and off. I wasn't real crazy with how this thing looked, so I bought another product that they offer called the Skylink TM-002, and I'll put a link in the description box of the video. And all this does is it just kind of snaps in place like that, and it makes this look a little cooler. It just dresses it up a little bit, and it still acts as a switch. It just pops right out. So let's go ahead and take this faceplate off, and I'll show you the module inside. So there's the module inside the switch box. Pull it out. Now I'll move the camera around so you can see the wiring. So let's talk about these connections. There's not much to it. This is the little antenna wire that feeds down into the wall. The green wire is your ground wire. And all these connections, you just twist the wires around and put the wire nut, twist the wire nut on them. Now the black wire, that's your line side. That's the wire that's coming in that's always hot. And the red wire is the load side. That's the wire that goes out to your fixture. Now I happen to have a red wire to a red wire, and the reason for that is this is 3-wire Romex, because of the way that I wired this particular circuit up. You will probably not have that. You'll probably have 2 black wires coming in. So you're going to have to find which one is line and which one is load. And the way that you can do that is put a voltmeter on it, and whichever wire always has juice on it, that's your line side. And whichever wire is dead until you turn the switch on, that's your load side. So that's really all there is to it. This is the wall switch right here. You can see it's just a little slim line unit that mounts flush against the wall. There's a faceplate, and behind the faceplate is the switch, and there's just a little circuit board in here. That's all there is to it. A little watch battery right there, and a little programming button right here, and that's how you program this unit to talk to this unit. That's all there is to it. Just mounts flush against the wall, and it just works. So this is a really good product. It's reliable. It just works, and it works every time. If you think about the amount of money you'd have involved in relocating a switch from here to there, the money you'd spend on this switch is nothing. It's a bargain. And better than that, what would you rather do? Would you rather spend an hour, tops an hour, installing this unit, or would you rather spend a day tearing out drywall and pulling new wire? And that don't count patching the drywall and letting it set up and painting it again. That's day 2. To me, this made perfect sense. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe got something out of it. Remember, if you do like my videos, give me a thumbs up. leave me some comments, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.